Hey everybody, it's 3 Minutes of Faith. This week I'm talking about the jet lag of life. When we go through battles in life, it's mentally and physically draining. This week I had a pet die, and I went on a trip where I just kind of got reminded of how the people I love I could lose. I was talking about fear and in the written part of the devotion, and how fear isn't always like the fear of falling off a cliff or the fear of drowning. Those are rational fears, but sometimes it's the irrational fear with anxiety. Anxiety is just a fear of something that really shouldn't be something you're afraid of. For me, it was the feeling of being alone and having people leave me, when I know there are people around me that love me and that I'll never be alone because God's always there with me. But there's that irrational fear from anxiety that I have to remember is part of the fear that God's talking about. God talks about how we shall fear no evil, for God is with you. And it's talking about anxiety as well. It's talking about any fear, the fear of losing a job, the fear of not doing good enough. Anything can be brought to God and put down at his feet, and he'll give you rest. After this trip, I was mentally drained. From the fears and anxieties I had gone through, I was just really tired. I was tired of the situation, I was tired of my feelings, and I wanted some kind of break because I felt so weak. And what I'm hoping to get across through the devotion video is that when God says he'll give you rest, we have to be listening on how he is going to do that. So many times we're talking to God like, well, if you'll only do this for me, I can rest. If you'll just secure my job, then I can rest. If you'll just have my kids finally take a nap, I can have rest. Yes, those might sound good, but God will answer your prayers in the way that they need to be answered. Sometimes it's a no, and sometimes it's in a different way than we imagined, but it turns out better than what we could have thought of, because God sees all of it. He sees the outcome, and he sees what could come out of any other kind of thing he does, and he gives us rest through that. So this week, just listen for what God wants to give you rest from. Thanks.